So one of the things you may have noticed is that the outline of Oregon is really misshapen. If I look at my map document, or my mapping properties, you'll see that I have an inset map that's kind of misshapen, and I have the map of the main map of Oregon that's misshapen. So I have two data frames, and each data frame makes a map. So if I wanted to make another data frame, I would say insert data frame, and I could drag a data layer into that. Whoops, I've got to be over here to drag layers. And so now I have another data frame if I wanted. So if I wanted to make a lot of maps, zoom to layer, it'll fit that in there. So, and this is the data frame that's active. So if I go into my data view, I'm only going to see that, that map. If I right click here and activate that, I'm going to see that map. If I right click the main map and activate, I'm going to see that map. So I'm just going to remove this data frame right now. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to change the projection of the map layout so that it will look much more correct for Oregon. I'm not actually creating new projections. I'm doing what's called projecting on the fly. So it's ArcMap. The software is able to take all of the data, the latitude and longitudes, and redraw them in so that they look like they're in the correct projection. So I'm going to go into the main map documents and click Properties. And for some reason, these things come open. So I'm going to look at right now. My data is a Geographic Coordinate System WGS 1984. This is unprojected data. My linear units are in degrees, which makes a really dumb scale because we don't navigate in arc minutes or arc seconds. So I want to change this data frame so that everything looks right, and I'm going to go into the projected coordinate system. I'm going to open up the state system, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to Oregon because we get to have our own folder. And I'm going to pick the 1983, Cores 96, and I want feet and not meters. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that. And I get a warning. It says, this is different than your data. And I'm saying, yes, I know that. And just look how much nicer that looks. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to activate this data frame and make sure that that gets set into the right projection. Whoops, where did she go? And now when I go back to my map layout, I'm going to take that Oregon and zoom to layer so it'll fill that up, and then I'm going to choose that and zoom to layer for right now. Okay, so now I've kind of gotten my map so that the projections look reasonable.